G'day world, Chris Hogan coming to you live for Vinnies CEO Sleepout here on the Gold Coast, and I have with me Andrew Bell from Ray White at Surfers Paradise and auctioneer extraordinaire for the Vinnies CEO Sleepout on the Gold Coast. Mate, how much do you reckon you got to tonight on your auctioning?
Oh, altogether that would have been about 15,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was only like half a dozen items, but it was just wonderful to see the community again getting behind it all, and people are just buying stuff for $2 and $3, $4 grand. You know, it was great. You know, it's an amazing group of people, and it's called the CEO Sleepout. But this year, more than ever, we just got normal people who work in businesses and want to support their CEOs and the event. So they were the people bidding tonight and getting behind the whole cause. So, and then the raffle tickets, you know, the huge sales out of that. So just the Gold Coast being generous again.
Yeah. One of the prizes that always cracks me up is the deluxe bed, which looks like it's just cardboard, but it's a real mattress. Still got to sleep out in the cold. Auction started at $1,000 with one fella. It ended with the same guy who bid himself up to $2 grand.
I think for a lot of people, they can't get their head around that I'm buying a bed that I'll probably never use again. I'm leaving here.
Yeah. And
they don't think about it as just being as a donation. So it stalled a bit. So this guy offered $1,000 with the first opening bid. And then, you know, he just saw it wasn't going to any further, and he just went, I'll give you $2, and just increased it. So
yeah.
Generous people again. Some
of the most expensive, basically real estate on the Gold Coast here at Seabus Stadium. One night stay cost you $2 grand.
And you got no windows. Freezing cold. Yes. Look, it's not as bad as what the people who are homeless have to put up with, but I tell you what, you get a taste of it.
Yeah, you feel like crap tomorrow, basically.
Yeah. Sleeping on these concrete floors, it's a rough night.
Yeah. And why are you involved, Andrew?
Oh, look, because of the nature of our business, which is all the people of the Gold Coast and property, it's not a big stretch to see people who have no property, no home. We see it through our rental operations, and particularly in recent times, and you go, wow, I go for a walk every morning along the beachfront, and I see people, they're sleeping in the gardens around about, they're trying to get some shelter. Sometimes it's just under some of those open barbecue areas near a toilet block or something. And they're not the people you might think they are. They're genuinely mothers who've had to leave home because of domestic violence, and they're there with a couple of young kids. I see a guy every morning that sleeps in the back seat of his car, and I mean, these people are just, for whatever reason, without judging, they're just on hard times. Yeah. So just a little bit of help. It doesn't take a lot to make a big difference in their life.
And it's increased since something that Karen Phillips said. I think it was around 850 homeless here 6 or 7 years ago, and now it's at $2,500. Which is, it's proper sad. 0.04% basically rental. What do you call it? Oh yeah,
it's 0.4 vacancy factor.
0.4 vacancy.
Usually it's 3%. So this
0.4. How do we even get to 0.4? What is
that? It's not
What's
measurable.
That? Is that like a one room? Like not even. Like
well, it just means that where you might have had 100 places, any real estate company might have had 100 places to rent. They now got maybe one.
Yeah. Sorry, percentage. Yeah. Sorry.
So it's just that's just an example of it, but it's more hardship that's causing it. There's a lot of people, and mental health has become a big issue now.
I see.
And there have been lots of people who have lost well-paid jobs and so on. There are businesses closing. A lot of business people who have actually lost their business, huge debts, can't afford the rent, can't afford loan repayments. They're finding themselves living it tough. So it's not what you used to think it was, which is maybe people who are affected by some form of addiction. It's not that anymore. It's I don't have any money to pay the rent, so I've got to sleep in my car or sleep out in the open. It's terrible.
Mate, you've raised some funds for this evening, haven't you?
Yeah. Look, this is the success of the Gold Coast. We're one of the leading locations in the country now for this. It's because there are lots and lots of generous people, and everyone just doing their little bit. You know, $5,000 here, $10,000 there. All these people adding the little bits and pieces makes this tremendous total. Like I think they're online for probably maybe 700,000 or more out of this community, which is like 700,000 people. We're rivaling Sydney and Melbourne's. So it's a great credit to our group. And look around here, a lot of young people. You know, there's a lot of people who just want to do their bit. It's wonderful.
Yeah, fantastic. Any messages for anybody out there thinking of becoming part of this event next year?
Get behind it. You know, it's a wonderful feeling to know that you can make a difference in another human's life, and the money goes directly to them. It's not in a whole lot of administration. It goes directly to them. And so by the time we get around to next year in the freezing cold, we can do so much more to help those people, and not just help them, giving them a temporary reprieve, like, you know, something to eat today or someone to have a shower, but a journey forward to get out of that situation. And that's more important, to just help our fellow humans.
Fantastic. Thanks so much. Thanks so much, Andrew.
Okay,
Thanks so much for watching. All of you guys out there, that's the last interview. I've got one more vote of thanks from the Vinnies CEO, Sleepout, here on the Gold Coast. And what a fantastic community we have. Thank you so much for your support.